9 Best Android Horror Ghost Game, Stuffed and Scary. 1. Eyes the Horror Game. The first horror game for Android is Eyes, which is a creepy game that is mandatory for you to play if you claim to be a person who likes challenges. In this Eyes Android game, you will be inside a haunted house. And it turns out that in the haunted house a lot of money. Your mission is to collect the money that you can get in a safe or wood cabinet. Mystique Series. The next spooky Android game is Mystique Series, which is a game that can make a shock and of course make panic of people who play it. With a setting or a place that is in the haunted room, of course, make horror Android game. This one can be made one of the best horror Android game that is mandatory for you to try. In this game you are required to be able to collect items quickly, otherwise you will be made confused and helpless. 3. Dark Meadow the Pact. Next is a ghost oroid and horror game with the best survival theme for Android. Your mission in the Dark Meadow game is that you will fight a wizard and some of his subordinates. Setting or place in this game is in a hospital or dilapidated hallway, which will certainly add to the feeling of spook the maximum. 4. Ellie, help me out please? The next scary Android game is a game that makes you tense while playing this game. In the game Ellie, help me out please, this you will play a role. 5. Dead Space. The next awful game for the Android platform, that is Dead Space, which of course will provide a very fun game experience. Previous Dead Space game has been quite popular for the PCNYA version. Now the maker of AIA Games has made this spooky game into Androidnia version. 6. Slenderman Chapter 1 Alone. Of course, if the view of the game name of this one, we can already guess what kind of Android game this one. Actually, Slenderman itself is a horror figure that has been famous since 2019 ago, that until now there are still many people who terbang with the figure. 7. Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's. A thrilling game for the next Android is a horror survival game called Five Nights at Freddy's. In this game you will play a role as a security officer who works at night from 12 o'clock in the morning until 6 a.m. 8. Murder Room. The horror game for the next Android is a game that puts you in a room you do not know. You will see a frightened little girl because in this Murder Room game there is a very scary human pig figure with a chainsaw. 9. Dungeon Nightmares. Game Dungeon Nightmares is also a game with horror genre or theme is very creepy. This game tells the characters that enter in a nightmare in another world and you should be able to survive in this game. Because the game will happen continuously and will certainly make the characters in this Dungeon Nightmares game scared.